for you and better for America. Let's go back to this media montage. Our news media, our free press, as they like to label themselves. Cut one is NBC, Savannah Guthrie, Chuck Todd, ABC, George Stephanopoulos, CBS, Nora O'Donnell, and Major Garrett. Cut one, go.
This issue of impeachment, all of this kind of comes right down to the midterm elections. If the Democrats retake the House, then they can attempt to impeach the president. So is this going to in some way be like the only issue in the midterms going forward?
I think it's possible.
All of this puts impeachment front and center in the midterms.
What is the sort of buzz around there? What are you picking up from your sources both on Capitol Hill and the White House about concerns about impeachment?
Well, those concerns are in abeyance until the midterm elections. If that change of power does occur, it becomes a very real, live, and politically dangerous and potentially legally dangerous threat for the president.
What is he rambling? Potentially, politically, legally dangerous? Threat to the president. I don't know what he means about legally dangerous. And we'll talk more about what impeachment is as time goes on. We've talked about it at some length already, but we need to stay on top of this so you're informed. At least you, the millions of people who listen to this program, you're informed. If anybody brings up the Michael Cohen plea bargain with you, here's the answer. Those two so-called crimes he pled to involving campaign rules, corporate campaign donations, and a personal donation that was over the limit are phony. A candidate is free to use his own money in exchange for a non-disclosure agreement. He's free to tell his lawyer to pay for it, and he's free to reimburse his lawyer or not, Professor Dershowitz. Because it has nothing to do with our federal campaign laws. Zero. It's like settling a lawsuit during or before a campaign, paying to settle a lawsuit because you don't want it to interrupt with your campaign and so forth. Well, it influences the election. Well, of course it influences the election. Whether you get a haircut influences the election. If you don't shower, it influences the election. If you walk around naked, it influences the election. If you like to walk on your hands, it influences the election. If you're a pervert, it influences all kinds of things influence an election. Some are illegal, some aren't. This is not. That's the answer. So now you know who the idiot lawyers are on TV and radio when they say otherwise. Now, Ali Veshi, I don't know who the hell this guy is. They tell me he's a host on MSLSD. Now, he wants to talk about impeachment and how it works. Because I don't know about you, but whenever I want to understand the Constitution and an issue like impeachment, I go to MSNBC or CNN. So let's listen to this crackpot. Cut two, go.
Let's take a look at the process of impeachment. First of all, the House of Representatives. Okay, let's do that. Now, let's open that up. There we go. All right. First of all, the House of Representatives draws up articles of impeachment. Think of the House as the prosecutor. The document details any, quote, high crimes and misdemeanors that the president is believed to be guilty of. Only the House can bring charges against a president, but any individual congressperson can start this process. Next, the House votes.
All right, stop. Normally the way it works is it goes through the House Judiciary Committee. They draw up the charges, and then the full House votes. But anyway, go ahead.
2/3 of the chamber has to approve the impeachment. 288 votes as it's currently constituted, since there are 4 vacancies in the House right now. This is a high bar, making many impeachment proceedings a bipartisan effort. Neither party can do it on their own. Once the House approves the articles of impeachment, the matter goes to the Senate, which acts more like a courtroom. The Senate tries the case and votes, acting as defense, judge, and jury. Again, the threshold is 2/3, so even half the chamber voting to impeach would still acquit the president. 2/3 of the Senate, 60 as it stands right now, are needed.
Whoa. 2/3 of the Senate is not 60. They round it up. It's 67. But anyway, go ahead.
To vote guilty for impeachment. Now, if they do, the president is removed from office, the vice president would then take his place. We have never gotten to this step before, with the Senate acquitting Andrew Johnson and Bill Clinton. Richard Nixon resigned before impeachment proceedings could begin. Had he not done that, he would have been impeached.
Well, he may have been impeached. Who knows? But they're all excited, aren't they? And I don't know who that guy is. I have no idea, but he doesn't know math. I know that much. All right. Now, he got something else wrong. Does anybody know what he got wrong? In the House of Representatives. Let's play it again. Go ahead.
Let's take a look at the process of impeachment. First of all, the House of Representatives. Okay, let's do that. Now, let's open that up. There we go. All right. First of all, the House of Representatives draws up articles of impeachment. Think of the House as the prosecutor. The document details any, quote, high crimes and misdemeanors that the president is believed to be guilty of. Only the House can bring charges against a president, but any individual congressperson can start this process. Next, the House votes. At least 2/3 of the chamber has to approve the impeachment.
Anybody catch that? And he says 288 votes. That's not correct. A simple majority of the U.S. House of Representatives, at least 218 votes. That's what's required to approve articles of impeachment. 2/3 of the Senate to convict, 67 votes. So he got both wrong over there at MSNBC. 2 out of 2 wrong. Simple majority in the House. That's why this election is so important. That's why this election is so important. That's why what Bob Mueller does is so nefarious. Because that's what he's focused on. And it's not even his job. We already had nearly 60 Democrats who voted to impeach the President of the United States early on. Early on. For nothing. Almost 60. You remember that? It was brought up by Al Green, not the singer. Al Green, Democrat of Texas. Remember that guy? Oh, he's still around. There are just some people in this country, most people in the media, and most people in the Democrat Party in Congress who wish to reverse the results of the last election. And people will say, well, then Mike Pence will be President of the United States. But look at all the disruption. And look how difficult it will be for the Republicans to win in 2020 should the Democrats succeed. This president has done a lot of great things for this country. And that's why they want to take him down. Because he's not one of them. He doesn't play by their rules. And he's doing more and more things that they reject. One other legal fact that you need to know. The reason why Lanny Davis is out there saying, my client, Michael Cohen, won't even accept the pardon from this president. Not that he would get one, obviously, from this president. Does anyone know why Lanny Davis is doing that? I know he's an incompetent boob, but in this case, he's a snake. Why is he doing that? Because he knows in the state of New York, as I speak, there's a statute pending. There's a statute pending that would allow Mr. Cohen to be charged with state crimes, even if he's pardoned at the federal level. It's pending in the Assembly, I believe, in the New York House, and they're waiting for the next election. They hope to be able to, in the Senate, to pick off another seat or two and then control the majority and pass it. Meaning it wouldn't matter if Michael Cohen got a pardon from the President of the United States, because he's done at the federal level, pretty much. But in New York, they don't want him to be done at the state level. So even if the President of the United States were to pardon him, which he wouldn't, of course, but even if he were, the fact of the matter is, he'll still be vulnerable in New York. So Lanny Davis puts this stuff out there. The great Michael Cohen, just like Comey. Now, Michael Cohen is the man of great morals. He's seen the light. He hates Trump. He wants to get Trump. And the Helsinki press conference turned Michael Cohen. You believe this crap? The Helsinki press conference. Then he decided right there and then, Trump's with the Russians. He hates the intelligence agencies. He hates the FBI. I, Michael Cohen, sleazeball, don't pay my taxes, lie on my loans. I, Michael Cohen, who tape my clients and tape the press when they talk to me. I, Michael Cohen, am the moral superior to Donald Trump. And I will not accept the pardon from Donald Trump. See how it goes? Mr. Producer, I know we've tried many times in the past. Would you invite the Deputy Attorney General of the United States on the show, please? He goes on other shows. I believe he's a very smart man, isn't he? He's capable of answering questions or saying I can't answer questions. But I would like to talk to the Deputy Attorney General of the United States. He's a public official, isn't he, ladies and gentlemen? Well, why is he hiding? Why is he hiding? The Deputy Attorney General of the United States. When I was at the Justice Department, our Deputy Attorney General of the United States was in hiding. Is he hiding? I'm not a prosecutor. I didn't subpoena him. I'm not setting a perjury trap. I just want to have a conversation with the man. I want to ask him some honest questions. I believe the American people have some information that they have a right to receive. I'll be right back.
Mark Levin.